Hey up, me ducks, welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. Another day, another deck. I think that's how I might start all these videos. Another day, another deck. But I know I often start my videos by saying I'm really excited about this deck, but in this case I really am excited about this deck. Because this is a deck that I first saw, gosh, I want to say 3 years ago. Certainly more than 2 years ago. And when I first saw a video showing the Psalm cards, I was like, that's not my thing. If you know me and my channel or have watched me for any length of time, you'll know that I came from a very fundamental Christian background that took me a long time to move away from. But I'll tell you the reason why I wanted to accept this deck from Schiffer and do a kind of first impressions walkthrough of it. And that is because with the Psalms, and this, everything I talk about on my channel is only my own opinion, but with the Psalms in particular, I think they can be used, you know, in all walks of life, irrespective of what your faith might be. They are beautiful. Some of the Psalms are really beautiful. They are poetry. And I used to really enjoy reading the Psalms, and I got a lot of comfort from the Psalms. That and the fact that the artwork in this particular deck is beautiful as well. So it is by Rabbi Robert dos Santos. And it says here that it's not just, you know, it's taken from, there's 150 biblical verses and hand-painted images, which is beautiful. But it's insights from Christianity, Hinduism, Judaism, Jungian psychology, and the 12-step recovery. Includes useful spiritual tools, affirmations, breathing exercises, mantras, prayers, and visualizations. So it is not just, you know, Bible verses. There's so much more to this deck. So I'm going to read the back, but I'm going to take the plastic off because it's easier to read through the plastic. And as I mentioned, it was published by Schiffer. And I want to say 2017 because that's when I saw it. It could even be longer than that. I first found this community back in 2016, August of 2016. It just took me a good 6-7 months before I started my own channel. It's 2016, printed in China, Schiffer Publishing. Beautiful box. I love Schiffer packaging. I know I always say it, but just look at that. How beautiful book. But we'll get onto the insides in a minute. On the back, it is a little bit scuffed there. But it says, journey through the world of the Psalms, a source of spiritual inspiration via 150 power verses. Embedded in the ancient Psalm verses are rich images that form a symbolic language. Whether you are searching for answers, insights, or spiritual teachings, pull a card from the deck and allow the image to offer its compelling, succinct message. Then turn to the companion guide for fuller explanation. The deck and guide incorporate insights from a variety of sources, such as Christianity, Hinduism, Judaism, Jungian psychology, and 12-step recovery, and offers useful spiritual tools such as affirmations, breathing exercises, mantras, prayers, and visualizations. Written and illustrated by a rabbi who is also an intuitive and a psychotherapist, these messages will resonate with you on your pathway through life. Use this deck as a guide, as a tool for prayer and meditation, or as an oracle. So it's quite multifunctional. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to use it yet. I think I'm going to use it for quiet contemplation. I don't know if you've heard of the Dutch concept of Niksen. Niksen, I think it's Niksen. It's the art of doing nothing. And there's a real sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? There's an interest in that. There's a growing sort of craving in this world that we're living in at the moment, to actually just sit and do nothing. You know, we are human beings. We are not human doings. And we fill every minute of our day with schedules and everything else. And sometimes that weighs heavy. And it's really important to sit in quiet contemplation. So I think this could be a tool for me for exactly that. And you can hear the noises. Now, I live in a busy city. There's always noise. There's always hustle and bustle. And I long for those moments of quiet solitude and going within and just connecting and just being. So I think this is how I'm going to use. I might use it as an oracle, but for me, I think it's going to be more about, you know, affirmations, breathing exercises, prayers, visualizations, and just some quiet contemplation. By blending words and images, Rabbi Texeria, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, I'm probably not, invites both sides of your brain to engage with the ancient wisdom of the Book of Psalms. In his masterful hands, the Psalms become gateways to your psyche through which you might encounter the genius of your soul. Rabbi Rami Shapiro. How gorgeous. So on the inside, we have about the creator here, Robert dos Santos Teixeira. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Beautiful box, as we expect from Schiffer, and beautiful book as well. Really nice, lovely book. So let's have a look at the book for a second, then we'll have a look at the cards. So it has a lovely matte finish. Oh, and the artwork, it's black and white artwork in the book and on the cards, but they're really evoking. I really like them. So yeah, 2016 for my parents, Robert Allen Santos and Phyllis Teresa Petron Santos. So we have the acknowledgments, a note on numbering psalm verses, a note on transliterations and pronunciation of Hebrew. That's useful. It's like in the word ha. So ah. So I, like I in the word pie. This is really interesting. So that gives you a little pronunciation guide. Then you have the preface and the world of tarot. It's interesting that these are psalm cards, and it no mention on the packaging about tarot. But he read tarot cards for family and friends on special occasions. Then in 1997, I moved to New Orleans, and tarot soon took center stage in my life. Wow, so he's a tarot reader as well. Tarot and the Psalms came together. So examples of symbols merging. Oh, these look, this is a really nice, detailed, thorough book. How to use the Psalm cards and messages from the Psalms. And then we go into the Psalms. Oh, and we have the, wow. I think that's Hindi, isn't it? Because it's also, you know, relates to Hinduism. So Psalm 1329. So then we have the message here, go for it is the keyword, and then some write-up. So this looks great. And then we have the Psalms at the back. Wow, so lovely book. Oh, the gilded. This is a really nice inlay as well. The colour theme is beautiful. Let's take off the smaller than a tarot or oracle that I'm used to and give you a size comparison. So this is a standard tarot size. The wider, slightly wider, and these are the backs. Slightly wider, but they're shorter. They're a nice size actually, and they feel really nice. So here we go. Look at that. That is a chunky deck. Because they've been separated, we do have this kind of line here. But once they're all shuffled, This is a chunky monkey. Wow. 150 cards. That's a lot of cards. I don't know why, I thought we got the image and then we got the psalm on the back, but we don't. We get the image with the number of the psalm, so 1, 3. So how easy then is it if we was to pull, let's just take a random card. So we have 76, 4. How easy is it? It's very easy. It goes up in number. So there we are, 76, 4. There he broke the fiery arrows of the bow, the shield and the sword of war. And then we get the divinatory meaning, or the contemplation that we can use. Don't give in to hatred. The divine created light and darkness, each of which has countless forms. And again, divine to you, maybe God, maybe goddess, maybe supreme source, maybe ultimate soul, whatever it is, whatever your divine is. It may just be the universe and the universal energy. So let's just have a look at some of these images. These are beautiful. That's interesting, isn't it? The broken teeth. Oh, I've got to look that one up. So 3, 8. 3, 8 is, rise, O Lord, deliver me, O my God, for you slap all my enemies in the face. You break the teeth of the wicked. Live in truth. The wicked are known for their false smiles, which conceal well-crafted lies. Such people hate truth because they know that they can't prevail against it ever. Know that truth is light, a ray of light. Every single thing, animate and inanimate, contains a drop of light that is in the process of returning to the ocean of light. Ah, I love it. And yeah, I've spoken quite recently about my thoughts about the ocean, as in the collective consciousness, we the waves that rise up and live our lives and then go back to that collective consciousness. But look how simple the images are. These are on matte cardstock, really lovely. And I think I could sit with these. They're a bit like, you know, like Dixit cards or something like that, or Oracle decks that you get that don't have any keywords on them. We've just got these images, and I think I could sit with these images, just lie and look and just contemplate. And then if I feel drawn to, that reminds me of Robin Hood in Sherwood Forest, if I feel drawn to, then go to the book for that, you know, that fuller kind of interpretation, divinatory meaning, or words to contemplate. So as I said, this deck has been around for a few years now, and I'm just wondering how many people watching this have this deck. I love cards like this that really sort of speak to you on a deep level. When you're confronted with images, then particularly if you lay a few out, you know, if you take a few cards, I'm not going to take them all together, but you know, if you lay down, I don't know, 4 or 5, you almost create like a storyboard, don't you? And you can, you know, you can do a reading. You know, this is a card of belonging, people coming together in happy dance. There's a uniformity, there's a commonality, there is a celebration here, but you can feel that you're quite alone, you know, even within a group. This kind of reminds me of our High Priestess, you know, that sort of, that knowledge that she possesses, the secrets that she holds. Will she take it to the grave? You know, are you, in your isolation or your loneliness within others, holding on to something that you'll take through to the grave. Just simple things like that. I love kind of doing that, and that's what I used to do with Dixit cards. And every single person reading this will look at those 4 cards and see a completely different interpretation. But that's what's wonderful about cards with just images, because they speak to us on our soul level, you know, and each of us are the sum of our lived experiences. So we each bring something different to the table because we're unique. We're unique not only, you know, in our physicality, but we're unique in the fact that we've had completely different experiences to everybody else. Even if we feel that we're sharing the same experience with somebody, this is the Ark of the Covenant. And it's the Ark of the Covenant, you know, if you was to touch it, you would die instantly. And I always remember, I used to think it was so unfair as a child hearing the story where this was about to be toppled, and a man, you know, put out his hand to steady it so it wouldn't be damaged, and he was instantly destroyed because he touched the Ark of the Covenant, but he just wanted to protect it. And I used to think that was so unfair. So yeah, as I was saying, you know, we might have all felt that we've had exactly the same experience. We might, I don't know, go to a concert, for example, but that experience is going to be unique to every single individual who's there, because they'll be viewing it with a different mindset. So these are, oh, I love this. Very simple, look at this, just a cracked path. And there's something about black and white images that I really enjoy. This reminds me of the Chariot. Let's have a look at this one. So this is Psalm 33:17. They're very easy to find. 33:17. Horses are a false hope for deliverance. For all their great power, they provide no escape. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Try to find other solutions to this problem, which appears to be growing more complicated. Don't put all your faith in one place, that is, in one person, a group, or process. Wow. I think this is a wonderful set. Look at that. You know, and I'm not triggered by this in any way, because as I said, I don't see this as a Christian deck. And I've got nothing, if anybody's watching this, particularly if you're Christian, I've got nothing against Christians. It's just that, you know, my experience wasn't brilliant, and it led to a lot of suffering. But that was just my experience, and as I said, we're all unique. Wow. Absolutely gorgeous. And you could pull these cards and not even have to look at the book. You know, we all see something within images. Those eyes, they have a lot of knowledge and wisdom. Wow, that's very shadowy, isn't it? Cardstock as well, I don't think I've mentioned that, but it's quite good. It's not the thickest of cardstock, but it feels lovely, this matte finish. And there's 150 of these cards, which is one hell of a deck. We used to get in around anywhere between 40 and 60 when it comes to Oracle. And of course, we're used to the 78 cards with the tarot, but this is, you know, double that. There's the Torah. This is lovely with the owl. Love this. This reminds me of something like The Alchemist, you know, setting off on that journey towards the pyramids. There's a place in Nottingham called Speaker's Corner, and anybody can take their turn and address people. So there you have it. These are the song cards, beautifully presented, lovely gilding as well. Not too difficult to shuffle. I thought with a deck of this size they might be quite difficult, but actually it's not too bad. Again, I've got big hands though, but yeah, this is one monster of a deck, but absolutely beautiful images. I really like the simplicity of the black and white images, and the book, as I said, is a real gem, and the packaging and everything is just fab. I'll probably put these into a bag rather than separate them, keep the box and the book together. But yeah, so this has been around for 4 years. Do you have them? What do you think? I really like the images with them. I think it is kind of universal in as much as, you know, you don't have to be a Hindu, a Jew, or a Christian, or somebody that's following the 12-step program. You can use these however you want to use them. But one thing that is quite evident is the images are very evocative, and yeah, you can use them as an oracle, or as I'm intending to do, use them for some quiet contemplation and soul searching. All right guys, well, thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with another video, no doubt. In fact, tomorrow is Cuppa Catch Up in Cards, although I'm recording this on Thursday. I'm a day behind with videos at the moment. By the time you see this, it'll be Friday, so I'll be back tomorrow, Cuppa Catch Up in Cards. And I've got catching up with Justin Michael, who I'm really looking forward to sitting down and having a chat with. So until then, go in peace, namaste, and blessed be.